Yeah, but...
Labyrinth.
Yeah.
We've got nothing but Act 2s since Angel Island. Just to stop making
Yeah, the only Act 1 otherwise that you see in Sonic 3 Complete Easy Mode, and by complete I mean of course Sonic 3 and Knuckles, the full game, the only other Act 1 you see I think is Mushroom Hill, or Valley.
Yeah. It's Hill. Zwat is Hill.
Yeah.
I don't know, it was clearly marked as Valley.
I was frozen!
Thank you, Zwat.
Now, are you ready for something that's completely stupid?
Oh, the drill blocks are gone.
What?
Yeah. At first, when she started to wonder later on in the stage if maybe that was an Eggman box, but I knew for a fact it was not. That was just stupid. And
I think if it is a box, it's something like rings or something. Also, I'm not even sure there's a box there normally.
No, there isn't.
Yeah, there isn't a box there. That just was... That's why they have the drill blocks normally. I just realized that. I just realized you mentioned. I didn't realize why that happened, because it doesn't happen. I don't recall it ever happening in regular mode. But it's the removal of the drill blocks. You move too fast so that it can't. That sends you straight to death.
Yeah, that's probably the best explanation. Is that by the time the camera catches up, you're already embedded in the ice block. And the game, the game basically craps the bed, has nothing to do but to kill you. Oh, the spikes are gone out there.
Hey, a life from rings.
I see. She was really contemplating popping those up with a bunch of sheep.
I think she was absorbing information. And she didn't really figure out how to... It took her a bit to figure out how the... Not seesaws, what are those? Slingshots work, so... But once she figured it out, this part passed quite quickly. Once she figured it out.
I bet she probably figured herself, wow, you really have to fly through a lot of this stuff. How did Sonic get through this? Not completely disappointed for these things.
I don't think she was thinking about the fact that Sonic can't fly. She was just figuring out how... I think that, knowing her myself, she was probably just trying to think how, where do I need to go now? Almost.
Oh.
You know, speaking of Ice Cap, someone's already turned the Modo into Mania.
So at this point I explained how the slingshots work, and then, she jumped and let it do its thing. Hold on.
Huzzah. That was confusing what it looked like she was trying to do there.
Whee!
Boy.
She can slingshot now, yay.
She's getting
I want rings.
She's getting greedy.
I think there's enough. She might be able to get a second life out of that.
No.
Only she's dropped down now.
Why she's going back?
because physics. What's that? Tails gives no craps about your physics.
Yep.
I forget about Ice Cap. Is it only Star Pointer and Penguin Air there in this zone? I want to say yes, but
there's those ice spray things.
Yeah, but I'm meaning like bandits you can actually crack open for a second.
I think it's just the two.
Yeah. Because
Yay, she learned how to jump.
For some reason, I was thinking of a snowball, like a snowman that throws snowballs. Then I remember. No, wait, that's Sonic Advance.
Again, how did she kill this one?
Does she grab the blue spirit and then immediately hit the bumper? No.
Oh, there we go.
Well, she hit a bumper. I was that right.
Oh yeah. Well, falling. Okay, I'm okay. I'm okay.
Yeah. Does she go through the other side or does she backtrack? Okay, no, she doesn't. Again, I completely forgot about this when we did the Sonic 3 LP. Because I went back out the other way. It went through the front hallway.
Yeah.
Alright, so here she goes. Alright, so here she goes up against Frost Breath. How bad does this go?
Oh, I won't say anything. All I will say is that there was a point where I had to take over, and she asked me to get past the first hit because she had no idea how to.
Well, the only thing is she's halfway there.
Frozen day. Is she?
Sonic would not have been able to run under that.
Yeah. Painful, isn't it? Yes, it is.
Okay, so she wanted me to get her past the first hit.
That's gonna get rid of the platform. Yeah.
That was like instantaneous.
Yeah, and she was like, "Oh, okay." At the time, it caught her by surprise how easy it was.
Don't jump at it from the back. Do not jump at it from the back, please.
There we go.
So with that, only one more act to go.
Alright, I'm afraid to know which act she's gonna get thrown into.
Well, given it's supposed to be a final act, I'll leave that to you to judge.
Just have her fight Twin Hammer and people will stand a climactic fight ever.
Yeah! That would be hilarious, but no, it's gonna actually be...
It's gonna be Act 2, isn't it?
Yep.
It's Act 2.
Why do I keep falling out of my chair?
Oh god, that means
because you've forgotten how to sit.
Yeah, god, that means she's basically got to deal with cue ball, laser pillar, and then big arms. It's also probably just me, but I find a lot of Bandic's launch base just pestering, really. Because well, let's go off the list. Number one, the Rockets. Why do I keep calling them Rockets? The Rip-Offs. Like the Rip-Offs are always placed in the most annoying of positions with their little swinging like pendulum chains, just in the right position for you to hit as soon as when you get to them. Case number 2, Flybots. Granted, in Act 1 they're not so bad, but in Act 2 they can usually basically horde swarm you.
Need a very powerful spin dash for that.
Like Flybots horde swarm you. Corkies are just placed in inopportune areas, just to pester you with lasers. And then, of course, the most annoying one of all,
the Orbinaut.
The Orbinaut. And it's just like, no, I missed that. Like, what that?
Oh, you can't quite fly high.
That happened in my Sonic 3 playthrough on my channel as well. I don't know what causes that.
It's just like I already remember a good number of things I showed off during the one thing. It was just hilarious. Like you remember RedScarf, right? Like just the standing in midair off the pit on the rotating pillar. Yeah, see, that's the example. That's a good example case. Why I hate these rip-offs.
But that's why they're put there.
It's just like
exactly.
It's just like they're made just to poke at you.
At least they're not DNA cannons.
Sonic versus DNA cannons for Sonic would be a lot. Would be hilarious. A DNA cannon would be a boss in a Sonic game. God, just imagine Eggman. Imagine that is just the Eggman. Just an Eggman for a boss fight. Just Eggman with 2 DNA cannons on the side.
You don't go underneath. You don't break that thing open then.
Yeah, you can't. I've tried. You can't. So you're forced to take this path. I think this path is the best.
And by the way, RedScarf, you're gonna see. Whoa. But yeah, RedScarf.
Again, flaunting my video editing skills.
But yeah, RedScarf, you saw the pipe right there, right? That was sticking out of the wall. Before.
I think I missed it actually.
Before. No, it was the one before. Yeah. Here are the troublemakers in case.
I don't think she figured out how to deal with the Orbinauts. She just.
It's just
my strategy with dealing with the Orbinauts is run away.
You're gonna drown. You're gonna drown. You're gonna drown.
No. Nope.
I still love the face Tails. That's one problem with Tails being so short. He misses the cup.
Well, that's why he flies. And actually, at this point, when Libby noticed that she was sent over to the left here and had to take the swing back, she was like, why? I recall her saying something along those lines. Like, just utter confusion, like, what was the point of that?
Yeah. But the thing is, I just jump out the cup.
So do I. I did that.
Yeah, that's what I do. I figured out quickly, like, not my first time, but quickly that you could do that. And,
yeah.
And you fail.
I mean, to be honest, I don't blame her. The flyby kind of just hit itself behind the cup, so.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, that's another reason why I don't like some of the baddies here in Launch Base. They're just so annoying. Especially for this stage.
Alright. Final stretch.
They give you a shield.
That she already had.
But they fixed the invisible wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, I don't blame her for that one, because that one usually caught me off guard when I first fought a cue ball. It's just like, okay, what am I supposed to do? And then that first ball just comes up, whacks me straight in the face. No, just like, oh, okay. Like,
I recall this guy giving me a lot of trouble the first time I played as well, so.
Like, I'm not even sure how this is technically supposed to work. How does the ball coming out of the top, how does the hatch coming open constitute how the ball comes out of the top? I mean, it makes sense for the ball coming out of the bottom, but still.
It's a ramp for it.
I would imagine that it's actually twice as long as you see it, and it's just rotating.
Yeah.
Huh. So yeah, first step, and so I took over here just to make sure she could try the final boss. Because I was alright with fighting the first two phases for her, as long as she gave them an honest try. But I wanted her to beat Big on it at the very least, and thankfully she did. After one failure, but yeah.
Yeah. I think we can all just agree that Big Arm is just, it's the de facto final boss of the Sonic game that you've never fought.
And to think it was a last-minute addition too.
Wait, seriously? It was the last-minute addition in the original Sonic 3? I thought that was always the final boss.
Well, no, because if you remember, Sonic 3 was split in two. So the first 6 zones ended up being released as Sonic 3, and then the rest of it was Sonic and Knuckles.
Well, yeah.
So when you put the two games together, you get the game
so here
almost as they originally.
To in the corner for the next boss, but
I've never used that as a technique on this.
Well, since bosses only have 3 hits, it is an insta kill, but well, see for yourself.
Yeah. But yeah, and anyway, as I was saying about Big Arms, is because they ended up splitting the original intended Sonic 3 in 2. They thought, oh no, we have to have a proper final boss for Launch Base. So they just threw something together, put it in. That was Big Arms.
Like I said, I thought it was always the wrong way.
And here she got it, but
it's coming the wrong way around.
Yeah, Laser Pillar is just.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't. You gotta skip past this.
I believe that was just switching controllers and me explaining a few things. Eggman?
Yeah, you have to go far enough across.
Eggman doesn't spawn until you get close enough. heard me put the cue ball boss stuff. It's so creepy.
So wait, did Launch Base always have 2 bosses in it?
Yeah, it always had cue ball and laser pellet. But Big Arms was the addition when the game was split in 2, and because that's the thing, is laser pillar, that is not final boss material, is it? That's
no. Red Scarf. I always thought Big Arm was in. I always thought Big Arm was intended to be in Sonic 3 Knuckles, considering you fight the thing as not.
Well, it may be that they decided, oh, Knuckles can fight Big Arm because of the popularity. Yeah, the reception that Big Arm got.
Yep.
Yeah.
That doesn't work in original mode, but because of a lower boss health in easy mode, it works. Here we go!
At least that made the fight more epic, like, oh my god.
And straight away.
So I will say there are 2 attempts against this boss that were lost to save states, but they were just quick failures. I kept this one in because this was where the gears were turning and Livy did most of her learning for how to fight this boss.
I will still say, this is probably one of the hardest Eggman mechs in Sonic history. Oh, just barely missed. It's also a little bit ridiculous considering the fact that Knuckles has this boss easier.
Yeah, because the platform's higher.
Well, it's not just that, but Big Arm when he does the grabbing passes, these ones, he does 4 of them instead of just 2. And even if you get...
Well, sometimes the Sonic and Tails version of Big Arm also does 4 passes instead of 2.
Really?
I think that's...
Well, that's not the only other difference. If Big Arm grabs Knuckles and slams him, he'll still do the remaining charge.
No.
Die, Wayne! That was my best team for some. Why did you use footage of Shadow the Hedgehog?
Chaos Control to get back to the point.
Yeah, but why didn't you just use the Sonic Adventure 2 clip?
Because Shadow the Hedgehog.
Why'd you have to go with the edgy game? Big Arm didn't look like he didn't try to grab you. He just looked like it. He was just like, I'm going to sit on you.
Well, of course he didn't try to grab me. I wasn't the one playing. I feel like you're deadpanning at me right now.
Yes.
So yeah, it was hard to explain how to fight to Livy how to fight this boss. Of course, you need to jump at him, but the fact is, she kept getting hit by the arms and the needles. So yeah.
Well, that's the thing. The only thing you can explain with this is basically hits the window and nothing else.
Yeah.
That's all you need to say about this boss, because that's all you can do.
Everything else everything else we're dealing with the boss, she just had to learn on her own. And she learned pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Granted, I don't know how long it would have taken if it only had 8 hits, but there you go.
So that was 4 hits then.
3.
I
thought it was 4. Maybe it was 3. Maybe I miscounted.
I'll still say I really wish 3DS generations didn't botch this boss up so badly like it did.
Yeah, because the mistake that Generations 3DS made was you could hit it from underneath.
Yeah.
And that completely destroys any challenge the boss has, because he never flies far enough out the way that you can't reach him. It's like Sonic 1 Green Hill boss on the Game Gear at that point.
Yeah, well, the difference with that is that when Big Arms does wind up is like mega punches, he usually is out of reach, so that you can't hit him.
So with that, what do you guys think of my sister's gameplay?
Well, you can tell that she's not familiar with platformers.
Yes.
And especially not with Sonic games.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, the problem I have is, you know, I watch a playthrough of this and I'm thinking about what I would do at all the points, because I got so good at this game I could no-hit run the entire game without even breaking a sweat.
I'm gonna hold you to that for the Knuckles playthrough, by the way.
Yeah, well, I am talking about back when I was about 12 or 13. So, bloody hell, 20 years ago.
20 years! How does it feel to be old, Red Scarf? Yeah. Alright then, so next time we see you, I guess, we'll be playing as an enchilada.
Yep.
Yep.
We'll see you then.
Oh, I wonder what Livy's reaction to this glorious commentary is going to be.